Yo, y'all, what's going on? What's going on? This your boy Great Vibes on 10 for the win. It's good to see y'all on this morning. Glad to have y'all in the building. Good to see y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming by on today. Yes, I am early today. I am early. I am early today. Yes, I am early. Jamie, how you doing? Maria, it's good to see you. Again, Edie, it's good to see you. Everybody's coming in. Just tap the screen. Tap the screen and let's get those lights up. But yes, I am early on today. Again, I try to go live. That best fits my schedule. So if you can catch me when I go live, hey, catch me. If you can't, I understand. I don't have anything set in stone right now. But my goal is to try to get y'all at least about 6 days a week to expose and um, to bring up and talk about these stories to pretty much set us up for next year on a lot of topics that we're going to cover. So again, thank you so much for coming in. Thank y'all so much for joining the platform. It's always good to see y'all. Every time I go live. I'm going to say this right here. A few days ago when I was live, Randy, it's good to see you. A few days ago when I was live, Amarie, it's good to see you. For everybody that's coming in, y'all just tap the screen, tap, tap. Let's make sure we tap the screen. And also, while we get started, y'all see that we have a daily live goal, right? We normally have this every time I go live. I just pinned it on your screen. So, when I go live, a lot of times, I enjoy talking to you all. But by y'all donate back towards the channel, again, that's telling me great vibes. Thank you for doing what you're doing, all the hard work that you're putting in, and all the research that you're doing, and the great content that we bring you all. And day before yesterday, we had a handful of young ladies to come up here and just, my God, just tell their stories on different things that happened to them growing up. And it was a very heavy topic. Just witnessing that, I haven't seen that in a few years. And now I'm giving people the opportunity to come back, to release this stronghold that a lot of people have on their lives. A lot of people, this particular stronghold. And that's what I'm gonna talk about today. Releasing the stronghold. This mental stronghold that we have on our lives. And for these women to come here on this panel with the courage to tell their stories. When I tell y'all, it was freaking it was touching, number one. However, it was an eye opener. And just to let y'all, this is why I do what I do on this channel. You have real victims, everyday people that you walk by every single day, and you would never know. Even the people that you are dating, people that you are married to, or that you weren't married to, people in your family, you would never know. So when I get people come on this platform, whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitter, whether it's anything, you come on here and lie and tell people that either you was a sex trafficking survivor, some things happened to you growing up that never happened. You come on here to do that to profit money. You come on here to tell a lie for gain. That's where I have a problem. These women that got on this platform day before yesterday, It was a total of 14 that came up and told their stories. Most of them couldn't even finish their story out. Most of them was trying to talk through the pain that they had to relive on this fucking channel that they haven't thought about in years. However, you got individuals that will get on this channel and say something totally different, that they've been through shit, so they can bend on your heart and take your money. That right there, I don't play that over here. So the posts that you see on my channel, people get in their feelings about these posts that I put on my channel, exposing people, especially people talking about that they've been through some shit. And people get mad at me for doing that. It's all right. It's fine. You can get mad at me. It's part of being it's all part of being a content creator. It's all part of putting yourself out in front of thousands of people. You're going to get backlash. You're going to get, people are going to talk about you. They're going to try to come after you. They're going to try to do everything that they can to shut you down. Peanut, thank you again for the Big Booty Corgi. Ruby, thank you so much for the Big Booty Corgi. Thank you so much for the Daily Heart. Meat Lamille, thank you so much for the Daily Heart. But the only thing I ask you all to do, now again, this right here is pretty early. This right here is probably the earliest I ever went live. So, of course, we know we got people at work. They're not expecting Great Vibes to go live around this time, but I got a lot to cover. Okay? I can't go live this evening because of personal reasons. However, I'm bringing it to you now. The only thing I ask y'all to do is just support the channel, get those likes up, and share this out. Because today is going to be, Now, before I get started, I'm going to bring this up. One thing that Great Vibes don't do is I don't dib around in drama. All right, my page is all about trying to reconnect people to their inner self, to find themselves again. That's it. No matter what you're trying to get off your fucking chest, it's to find yourself again. But if you come on my channel, no matter where you at, whether you in the Discord, whether you in a group chat, whether you here on a panel, you in the chat room right now, if you here to disrupt anything that I have going on or the purpose that I'm trying to push for a lot of people that they want to have a voice, because that's the main objective here, is for people to have a voice. If you try to interrupt that, I'm going to do everything that I can possible. That's all I'm going to say. And then I'm going to block your ass. I don't do drama over here. So let's try to keep drama down to a minimum. I know the topics that I bring up, it triggers a lot of, past trauma, a lot of past thoughts, a lot of past memories that a lot of us don't even like to think about or even talk about. But the only way we're going to move forward is we have to talk about it. See, this is where you got to ask yourself, how long are you going to go through life talking about or saying that, hey, I'm okay, everything is fine? You working on your third relationship in the past 5 years. You got children that you thought that you would never have from past relationships that you regretted. Not the children, the relationship. You wonder why every time you turn around, you cannot be stable in your life. The only thing that you have stable in your life is maybe your job. You try to use your friends as a place, or as a place of comfort, or somewhere where it's to keep your mind off your your eternal struggles that you dare to deal with. Because every single night you get in that bed and you look up at that ceiling, ain't no running from that. So what you do is you get on social media, you go through, you try to scroll through these stories and look at other people's lives without dealing with your own bullshit. You think looking at somebody else's story is going to fix your story. This is why, especially women, y'all love these these romantic stories, or these drama stories, or anything that has to do with emotional imbalance. It draws the attention of women, especially women that have been broken. And one thing I don't get is y'all look at all this stuff trying to find you. You try to find your light, the light. You try to find your internal light, the light all the way at the end of the tunnel. You try to find that shit in someone else. You try to find that shit in the movies or a TV show. Tell me, how is that working out for you? And again, when you get done looking at that shit, you still have to look up at that ceiling and wonder what the hell I have done to my life. Not knowing the whole entire time it started when you was 6 years old. It started when you was 8 years old. It started when you was 11. You know that, but you don't want to face it. Do you think getting up every single day not thinking about it, do you think that's going to solve the problem? Do you think getting up, going to work, calling yourself, oh, I'm independent, I don't need nobody? When I hear that shit, that tells me off the bat that you still battling something that has happened to you. So you throw up a brick fucking wall to try to protect yourself by throwing out your accolades. Tell me how that shit is working out for you. This is why it's so easy for you all to go to work every single day or try to do whatever you can. So whatever you're lacking internally, you will buy it. This is why women like crystals, or they like nice furniture, or they like nice cars, or they like money, or they like nice pictures on their walls, and nice silverwares, and nice dining room sets, and nice clothing, and nice purses, and nice hair, and nice nails. And you do all of that to try to answer for the lack of within. How is that working out for you? This young lady I'm going to talk about today. Y'all, let's go ahead and tap the screen. Let's get up to 10,000 taps. This young lady that you see on your screen, when I listen to her story, how many of you all know about the family friend or family friends or family's uncles? Because we're going to deal with the aunties next week. The family uncles that's always around. And I want you to think back, right, when you was younger. The friend or the uncle that always wanted a closer hug from you, or he wanted multiple hugs from you. How many of you all had a school teacher that was always looking at you some type of way in middle school or high school that made you feel very uncomfortable? You just couldn't say anything. This uncle or did this best friend when you was younger, hey, come sit on my lap for a minute. Shh. It's going to be our little secret. And people wonder why myself as Great Vibes, everybody that's coming in, thanks so much for coming in. I'm just getting started. The only thing I just ask is to tap the screen. That's it. This is why I tell you all, before you decide to lay down with the man, especially unprotected, you need to be thinking about long term. Because the moment this man put himself inside of you, do you understand the transfer, the transfer of energies? Anything that man have experienced, especially in that past year, that energy that has consumed him, he automatically released it to you. Because remember this, women, y'all are receivers. Y'all are receivers. The moment you open up your legs, you are telling that man, I need to be received by you. I need you to bless me with your gift. If you're catching my drift. So when you decide to lay down with multiple men, why do y'all think y'all have women with different personalities? Because those different men are coming out through them. It's coming out through their voices, coming out through their energy. It's coming out. You can smell it on them. This is why I tell you all, whatever is done in the dark will definitely come to the light. But people get mad at Great Vibes for even talking like this. And now we wonder why we look just here in the West, here in the United States of America. If you just look around, tell me right now, can somebody drop in the comments right now, what is the marriage rate? I want somebody to drop the marriage rates in the black community, and I want somebody to drop the numbers with the marriage rates in the white community. You will be surprised on the numbers that you will get, especially when we have all these children that's running around that's not in a stable household, and we wonder why our children are open for attack through sex trafficking, through abuse or being abused, or for a man to go touch on your daughters, or for a woman to go touch on your sons. We open up those doors because we don't know how to be still. We always looking for some type of, accommodation for our lack of or for our failures. Why? It's because some shit that took place early on in our childhood. So Edith put in 2024, approximately 52.3% of white women were married and 54% of white men were married. In contrast, in 2024, about 33.3% of black women are and 37.8% of black men were married. And again, people get upset with great vibes, wonder why our children are struggling the way they are. We open up the doors for our children to be raped, touched, molested. Just open up to the world. Why? It's because the predator know how to prey on the weak, and they look for single households. How many cases do you see where predators make their moves on any type of people that's together? When there's a man inside of the house, does it happen? Yes, but it's in the minority. The majority comes from single homes. We had these women again to come up here and talk and tell us their stories. And again, you did not hear a father inside the house. Let's go ahead and get started. Y'all listen, let's get to 10,000. I'm not going to start the video until we get to 10,000. So when we get to 10,000, I will start the video. Again, everybody, thank you so much for coming in. Jesse, thank you so much for the Daily Heart Meat. Nisa, thank you so much for the Big Booty Cordial. You dropped 2 of them. Be blessed. Thank you so much for the rose. True Love, thank you so much for the Daily Heart Meat. Miss Fairy Tale, thank you so much for the 5 What Up, and also for the 5 Big Booty Cordials. No, you didn't give 5. No, sorry, for the 5. You're awesome. I appreciate that. What else do we have? Peanut, again, thank you so much for the Go Poplars. Lamia, thank you so much for the Daily Heart Meat. Peanut, again, thank you so much for the Big Booty Corgi. Ruby Ann, thank you so much for the Big Booty Corgi. Again, and for everybody that's in here, thank you so much for coming in. So when we almost there, y'all. We are not right almost at 10,000 taps. So thank you so much for coming in. Now, if your ass at work in your cubicle, you better prop up that motherfucking phone. If you're in your office, have some headphones or some earbuds in. If your ass in a warehouse, why the fuck your ass got your phone on you on the fucking floor? Don't get fired because of me. You want to listen to great vibes. If your ass in a warehouse right now, drop what the fuck you doing and put your phone outside in the fucking car. You say if they're in the office, great vibes, you got to watch your mouth. That's a damn lie. If you in your office and your boss hear me say, you motherfucker, you, If your boss hear me say, you dumb motherfucker, you, and your boss walk over to your office or your cubicle and ask what the hell you watching, just tell them, tell your boss that was your ringtone. You stupid motherfucker, you tell your boss that was a ringtone. Hey man, how you doing? All right, we there, 10,000, we 11,000. All right, y'all, let's get it. Let's get it.
To another video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. As you guys could tell by the title of this video what it's going to be about today. But before I get into it, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. That will be very much appreciated. And definitely don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a new video. All right, you guys, we're going to get straight into this video. And I find it so strange that I'm actually going to share this video with you guys on YouTube. Believe it or not, I just shared this story with my mom maybe about 2 months ago, and she was extremely shocked. So yeah, when this happened to me, I literally didn't tell a soul. When I mean I didn't tell a soul, I did not tell a soul. Not even my friends. I was probably about 9 years old. I was either 9 or 10. I was one of those, but I was somewhere in that age group when this happened to me. So I had this friend. We're not going to name her. I'm not going to name anybody in this story time. But I had a few friends that I was very close to, that I would like to go to their houses sometimes because I was a very homebody. I like to just go to school, come home, do my homework, and literally eat and watch Scooby-Doo. Y'all, no lie. But I did have a few friends that I liked to hang out with. So it was this one friend. I loved going to her house. She loved coming to my house. But she had this uncle. And, okay, so I'm going to just tell you guys how it even happened. Or why it happened. Well, I don't know why it happened, but I'm going to tell you guys how it started, I guess. So again, I was probably 9 or 10, and I would go inside of my friend's house. And if I can remember correctly, her uncle used to, I don't know, he rubbed me the wrong way a few times, but he never really tried anything with me. I could just tell how when I came over to her house, he would always be around. That's kind of how it started. Every time I would go into this friend's house, he would always be around, or he would always peek in on us and stuff of that nature. But at first, me being a little kid, I didn't.
So this is my question. 9 years old, little girl, again, the mother. What mother is allowing themselves or have the audacity to drop their 9-year-old daughter off over their friend's house, not asking who else is inside this house, or even knowing there's a grown man inside of this house, and you feel comfortable to drop off your 9-year-old daughter inside this home with a grown man inside of this house. And to make shit worse, the grown man is not the man of the house. It's the uncle Ginger said because in the 70s and 80s it was a different time. People were too trusting. 70s and the 80s was even worse. What goes on in a family stays in the family. How many times these young ladies got pregnant in the late 60s and in the 70s and in the 80s by their uncle? They got pregnant by a family best friend.
Really recognize the red flags. He would also come in the room and like kind of play with us a little bit.
Did y'all hear that shit? While this 9-year-old little girl was in the room with her best friend, more than likely around the same age, 9 or 10, the uncle would come in the room. The friend's uncle would come in the room and start playing with them. Again, where is the mother of the house? So that means if this 9-year-old is at the house, that means the parents should be somewhere close around. No, the mama and dad ain't around. You got the uncle at the house. All inside the bedroom with these two little girls.
And stuff of that nature. But at first, me being a little kid, I didn't really recognize the red flags. He would also come in the room and like kind of play with us a little bit and stuff like that. So at first, like I said, I didn't think nothing of it. I would just go in there, play, and then go home. And then as I continued to go in her house more and more, he will begin to do things like lick his lips. Like, it's so crazy that I remember this, but he used to like not just normally lick his lips, but like lick his lips in like a sexual way. And at that age, I really didn't even know what sexual way was, but now that I'm older, I get it and I know. But he would like lick his lips in like a certain way that like used to just be like, okay, whatever, right? And so I don't know, he just kind of gave me like weird vibes. He just came off like very creepy or very just like weird. I'll put it like that. He came off very weird. He was a strange guy. So anyways, one day I was over there and we were watching a movie. And I do believe the lights were on and we had like, I just remember being in like a room and the lights were on and we were watching a movie, like we were sitting down, we were eating popcorn or something like that on the floor. And then he comes inside of the room and he comes inside of the room. My friend, she's not even really paying attention. Like, she doesn't even really care because like it's her uncle. But instantly I looked up at him and I'm like, oh, okay, the weird uncle. What does he want, right? So he comes inside of the room and he turns the light off.
Again, where's the mother? I'm not even going to ask where's the father because I pretty much kind of assume I know what the answer is. Where's the mother? Every time this her friend, which is around the same age, I'm assuming 9, 10 years old, She got her friend, which is this young lady right here, going over to her house. Now the uncle, and every time she go over there, the uncle is always there. So I'm assuming that the uncle stays in the house. Now you got your niece and her best friend, 9 years old, in the room. Not, we ain't talking about the living room. We ain't talking about the kitchen. We watching a movie in the kitchen. We watching a movie in the fucking dining room. Hell, we ain't watching a movie outside on the back patio. We're in the niece's bedroom with her best friend. Now the uncle walks in and cut the lights off. 9 years old.
And I'm just like, okay. He closes the door and he goes over to like one side of the room and he sits down and starts to watch the movie with us. So I'm like, okay. So this time he didn't really say like anything to me or whatever, didn't do anything to me. So he just watched the movie.
Let me say this, y'all. Women, listen up. When my daughter was 8, she wanted to do a sleepover. Her friends used to always do sleepovers. I never allowed my daughter outside over no motherfucking house. Hell the fuck no. Now, during this time, I'm staying in an apartment, right? A 3-bedroom apartment. It was a little hoodish. I was young. It was a little hoodish, but it was a nice apartment. My daughter begged me for a princess sleepover with her friends. I asked her, who all is coming over? Who all you want over here? Because you ain't going over there. Wherever you want to go. Your ass is 8. Who do you want to do this sleepover with? It was like, I think it was like 6, 7 little girls she wanted to bring over to the house. I said, if you want to have any of your friends come over to my house, I got to meet their parents. No problem. I said, when they come over here, make sure that they parents, I'm going to meet them at the door. Bring them in. Come on, welcome. welcome, right? Because number one is, even though at the time, I was in a different span in my life, different relationship, I let this be known. If you have any type of sleepovers in my house, whether you my son or whether you my daughter, all doors, number one, will be open inside the house, except the bathroom door. Going in the bedroom and stuff, I know it look cute and everything. All the girls pile up in the room. Oh, we finna have fun. No, motherfuckers, y'all finna be in the living room. So everybody can see what's going on here. Great vibes. This is my apartment. Great vibes ain't gonna get accused of nothing. Everybody in the living room. Ladies, palace out. If you want to build a fort, goddammit, the boys do it. Build a fort over there. Here go the movie. Here's some popcorn. Sprinkle, motherfucking sprinkle. If your ass need me, if your ass need me, I'll be sitting in the car. Dad, why the lights on? God damn it, the lights gonna stay on. I got these blinds open so I can see through the house. Make sure everything is good. I'm a different type of parent. Sprinkle popcorn all over the fucking floor. I'm different. And guess what? Those little girls love that shit. My son, he did one a few years later. They had a Ninja Turtle and a fucking Spider-Man party. But it was more boys. Like, it was more of them. My black ass sat in the car. Blinds open. Sprinkle. Popcorn everywhere. Same thing. Because I know how kids are now. I know how they can be. I know kids. Do you know how many sisters and brothers I got? God damn it, I know. We was crazy. Sprinkle. Dad, we can't eat popcorn out the floor. Well, God damn it, you ain't going in the kitchen. So when your mom or your dad asked me where did they kids go? Ma'am, sir, they was either here in the living room or they was in the bathroom. And when they was in the bathroom, God damn it, I told them, God damn it, when you go in there, lock the door. One at a time. I'm different. But you got this grown ass man at the house alone with these two little girls, and you decide to walk in a bedroom and shut the door and cut the lights off. One is your niece and the other is her best friend. Because y'all want to watch a movie? You want to watch a movie with them? Let's see what else happened. Come on.
The movie was over. I felt very weird. And I just felt like, what was the purpose of him coming in there, turning off the light, closing the door, and watching the movie with us? I just felt that was kind of strange.
No, it's not kind of strange. That's what you call grooming. He's trying to let you know, hey, I'm going to come in this room and watch a movie with you, even though you're 9, uncle, so more than likely he in his 30s. I'm going to let you see that it's okay for me to come in this room with you and watch TV with you. I'm a safe person to be around. Grooming. It's okay. Grooming.
So anyways, after that, we went outside and then we started playing again.
And the whole time when y'all was outside playing, I bet you his ass was in the window looking out the window like Mister off Color Purple. Y'all remember what Mister did when she was outside running? And the whole time his ass got that white curtain, that sheer that curtain, that white curtain, and just moving it back. And then when he was sitting on the front porch rocking, he had the newspaper. It was Celie and her best friend. He moved the newspaper up over on Celie and looking at the best friend the whole fucking time. If you ain't watched The Color Purple, goddamn it, go watch it. I just make sure you take the whole week off. If your ass go watch The Color Purple, take the whole week off. It's a week-long movie. I guarantee you, your ass will fall asleep, wake up, and you still in the opening credits. It's still at the beginning.
A couple days later, I don't know how many days later, it's not like I could really remember just exactly what happened, but whatever. I'm gonna get to the part where he actually touched me. So we went inside to watch a movie. Actually, this time he was not home. I made sure that he wasn't home. I asked her, I was like, well, is, such and such there? No, I didn't. I said, who's all there? I remember saying, who's all there? Who's all in your house or something like that? And then she stated everybody that was in her house. And I was like, okay, cool. He's not there. So we went in, and I remember us being in the living room, and we're dancing, and we're just having so much fun. We used to jump on the bed and just, just have fun, right? And so after that, I guess we probably got a little tired out or whatever. So we went into like this other little room. I'm not sure if it was like a family room or whatever, because I do remember being in her parents' room, like when we used to like jump on the bed and just have fun and be kids. We were in her parents' room, but then when we went to watch a movie, we was in a totally different room. So I kind of think that it was a family room or something. I don't know. But we went back into that room, and again, we're on the floor. This time the light is off, I do believe, and we have blankets or whatever.
Yes. CJ, you caught that. Parents with a question. Parents meaning plural. Meaning plural. So I don't know if she's talking about mom and dad, because she said her parents. But the uncle is always there.
And we're watching a movie. Like, I don't know how long. I say 30, 45 minutes into the movie. I don't know. Because I can't really remember. But all I know is this uncle comes back in the room again, y'all. So he comes in the room and he sits in that same spot. He has like a chair in there. It's like, you know how, I don't want to say old people, but you know how like the older people, like they have like their little chairs and they just.
Hey, first of all, you better watch your motherfucking mouth, young lady, because I got a chair in my son's room. And my ass ain't old. Who the fuck you calling? Who she calling old? Y'all, do that make me look old? Old people chair. Who the fuck she calling? Do that make us old for having, rockers in our kids' room? I got that chair. It was at a garage sale. It's a little dirty. Cleaned it up. I remember like when I brought it in the garage. Yeah, I think it was like 2 cockroaches fell out of it. And I was like, nah, I'm not finna bring this in the house because I don't want my son to go to sleep and a cockroach like crawl up his nose or something. Or you know how kids like to sleep with their mouth. They like that when you put the bottle in their mouth and then that bottle slowly falls out. Their mouth be left open. I don't want a cockroach like crawl in their mouth, and then they think it's something, and the kids start chewing the cockroach because they think it's food. They think it's Gerber, so they open up and they start, but the whole time they eating a cockroach. So what I did, I pressure washed the chair and put a lot of bleach in it. Put some Raid in it, bombed it a few times. I mean, I only paid $7 for the chair, so I do whatever I got to do to clean it up. So,
just sit there and watch TV or whatever. He had his chair in there, and then he sat back in his chair. So me, I'm very alert. So not only am I looking at the movie, but I'm also looking at him.
Hold on one second. She's in a room now. Now he's sitting in a chair. So she's trying to pay attention to the movie, and she's trying to pay attention to him the whole time. Y'all, this shit's about to get worse. She's trying to pay attention to him at the same time. Nikki asked, how you find a garage sale? If y'all ask, don't never go to a garage sale in the hood. Ever. When black people try to have garage sale, listen, if you ever go to a black garage sale in the hood, I'm gonna tell you right now, that furniture is on its last legs. It's no matter what they selling, it's on its last legs. They be having the nerve enough to try to sell it for a retail price. Come on, man, I only had it for 10 years. Come on, man, you can't do better than this. Nigga, I can't open up the fucking drawer. What the fuck are we doing here? like the whole top of the dresser, the paint is gone. You see where the pit bull been biting at the side of the fucking dresser? All the knobs gone. Have you ever had that one drawer where it fell off the tracks and it just scrubbed? When you push it in, you gotta force it in. It sound like this. It don't roll in on the wheels. Your ass. All the fucking drawers did that shit. And this motherfucker go try to sell it to me for $222. Nigga, why the two? Why just couldn't be $220? But your black ass want to sell it to me for $222. Oh man, it's cash app. You know I got to charge for that. The fuck are we doing here? I said, look. Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I know somebody go to buy this shit, man. Fuck you mean. I got a box Chevy over here. I'm trying to let loose. I ain't got a motor in it yet. I'm thinking about throwing some back seats in there. I'm thinking about throwing some seats in it, period. So, you mean to tell me your ass thinking about throwing some seats inside of a car? Like, the fuck are we doing here? What the hell? How we think about putting some seats inside of a fucking car?
And when I look at him, I feel him. I mean, I see him tell me, like, come here.
Okay, what kind of off the subject? She was SA'd at 9 and you're telling jokes. What the WTF? This is freaking amazing. We got people at work. We got people that has been essayed, touched, raped, fucking with, just got a fucked up mindset now. So my job as a content creator is to bring balance. That's what I do over here. I bring balance. And people still want to attack me for bringing balance. I bring sadness, but I also bring joy. And you still upset. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Again, you do not have to be here. And let's go. I'm thinking about throwing some seats in that motherfucker. And you and you mad. You mad.
So I turn back around and
all right, just to catch everybody up. Now she's in a room with her best friend, 9 years old. The uncle has made himself comfortable inside the room. Now he's sitting in the old people chair. That's when I started to tell the jokes about the old people chair, since you can't take a motherfucking joke. Anyway, he's sitting in the old people chair as she describes it. And now he's comfortable. Because the first time he was inside the room, he did that as a testing phase to get your action or to see what your energy was like. And I call that the grooming phase. So due to the fact that you didn't say nothing, or in his mind that it's okay for him to be in this room with you and his niece at 9 years old, and you didn't say nothing, now he's comfortable.
I'm looking at the movie like I didn't just see him tell me to come here.
Hold on.
And
wait.
so I'm still looking at the movie. And
Hey,
then
hold on. Wait. Let's remind this.
very alert. So not only am I looking at the movie, but I'm also looking at him. And when I look at him,
Riley James said, will you be telling jokes if it was your child? Just asking. Again, we don't listen to the totality of these conversations. Was I telling a joke about her? Or was we joking about the fucking chair, which turned into a garage sale, which turns into an uncle trying to put seats inside of a fucking busted up Chevy? Or was it about her? Oh my gosh, if it was your daughter, would you be up here telling jokes? Do y'all know where the fuck you at? Most of y'all been back on this channel. You know what my channel is about. What the fuck are we doing here? Fate Love Coffee said, is it her responsibility at 9 to say something? Fate, this is what I hear from women. A lot of times when young ladies is touched at their age, they are afraid to say something because they still trying to process what the fuck just happened. So most little girls, not all, but most little girls are afraid to say something. All right.
feel him. I mean, I see him tell me like,
I'm a SA survivor, and I don't find it amusing. Just saying. Well, ma'am, if you don't find it amusing, Riley, go somewhere else, cause you are disrupting my channel. Go somewhere else. But if you can't just us deal with these topics, which is heavy as a motherfucker, but get a little humor behind it, you don't need to be here. I'm sorry. And then on top of that, you put it in all caps. So they're telling me that you hollered at my black ass. But it's fine. Blue, purple. Some people call me African American. My ass ain't nowhere near Africa. How the fuck I become an African American? The fuck we get this shit from? Who labeled me? You said, I know I watched your channel on Alley. Well, if you know my channel, relax. I'm not here to pamper people's feelings. Anybody that follow this page know that. I'm not here to pamper your fucking feelings. I bring y'all content, we deal with the issues, and we keep it moving. But we do it. There's gonna be times where the platform is gonna be heavy as a motherfucker. There's gonna be times where we're gonna be joking and laughing. And there's gonna be times where great vibes is gonna mix the two. Riley, why do you think so many women came up here the day before yesterday and told their essay stories? Huh? Huh? And we was laughing and joking then. Let's go.
Come here. So I turn back around and I'm looking at the movie like I didn't just see him tell me to come here. And so I'm still looking at the movie. And then why did I look at him again? I have no idea. But I turned to look at him again. And he's like, come here. And so I'm like, okay.
Okay, so the girl, let's put this into perspective. Let's draw the picture. Her friend is in the bed, probably under the covers, dozing off, looking at the TV. She was sitting on the bed. The uncle is sitting in the chair. So now that his niece is probably falling asleep, he looking at this young lady doing this right here. Come on over here and sit in my lap. So when she looked at him, she act like she didn't see him. So when she looked back at him again, she thought it was okay to come over there to sit in his lap.
Like, what can he want, right? So I get up and I go to see what he wants. And he tells me to sit on his lap, y'all. He tells me to sit on his lap, and me being 9 years old, 10 years old, however age I was, I kind of knew that this is not right. But then I was like, I was young. I didn't really know. I can't really understand and tell y'all the feelings that I was feeling back then because I really didn't know. I don't know like what I felt, but I do remember kind of feeling like this isn't right. But then, I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I was 9 or 10. I don't know. I did it, right? I sat on his lap, and then as I'm sitting on his lap, I'm watching a movie. I feel very awkward sitting on his lap, but then again, like I said, I really didn't know if he was going to do something to me or not. So I sat on his lap, and we're sitting down and we're watching a movie. And then his hand went on my leg. And I'm like, okay, right? So I'm steady watching the movie, and I'm looking over at my friend, and I'm like, okay, do she not see this? You guys, it was dark in the room. Yeah, the TV was on, but I'm not sure if she's seeing what was going on or not because, like, she was watching the movie. But his hand started to like go down into my legs, right? And so I went to like close my legs a little bit, right? And then he like threw my leg open, like forcefully, like as I'm like closing my legs because I'm feeling weird or whatever, and I'm like kind of like going like this a little bit. So he pushed my leg open, so I'm like, oh shoot. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should leave my leg open because if I don't, then I don't know what's gonna happen. And so I left my leg open, you guys. Oh God.
While she's, again, it's different when somebody have to relive these moments, right? In her mind, she's still trying to process everything. This is a new area for her. This is brand new territory. Again, not once she mentioned a father. So more than likely, Daddy didn't have this conversation with her already. And it's sad when the father is not around for various reasons. We're going to deal with that next year, the beginning of next year. When the father is not around, again, do y'all women see what you open yourselves up to with your children? And this how I know the father ain't around. Because the father would never, ever allow his daughter to go out over somebody's house with another man inside their house. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Again, we keep dealing with the aftermath because we call ourselves grown and we think we can do everything by ourselves. We can lay down, and I'm saying we as a collective, we can lay down, have these kids, the whole family structure is gone. People gone their separate ways. With the kids, you have to live and deal with the repercussions. So it's different when you hear the aftermath. And you never knew this shit was going on because you thought you was being a good parent. Chrissy said he probably did it to the friend too. No, Chrissy, this is the friend. The other young lady is his niece. His niece, this is the friend. Oh, absolutely. I know exactly who you was talking about.
I don't even know why I'm telling this story. It feels so weird to tell this story. Okay, so my leg is still open and his hand went down and touched my vagina. And at this point, I'm like, whoa, like, hold on. Like, I don't think he is supposed to be doing this. And as he, like, touched my vagina, I felt like his stuff starting to grow.
Y'all, everybody tap the screen. Everybody tap the screen right now. Also, y'all, we have a live goal that needs to be met. Um, if y'all want this live to continue, we need this live goal to be met. All right. Who did that? Chrissy, thank you for the hand hearts. We need this live goal to be met. You say you seen the movie Peaches. My eyes were thrown cosmetically open. Wow. For everybody that's been tapping the screen, thank you so much for tapping the screen. Y'all, we at 26,000 taps. Can we go ahead and push this up to 50,000? Nisa, thank you so much for the big booty cordial. Thank you so much for pushing towards the daily live gallery. So y'all, I just need y'all to help me complete that. You said her parents didn't have any talks with her, none whatsoever. Shandu, thank you. Hold on, that was Chrissy. Who did that? Valerie, thank you so much for that. For the donut. Tiff, thank you so much for the daily heart meet. And the Shandu, thank you so much for the daily heart meet. I appreciate it. Let's continue.
And I was like, oh no.
She felt this thing moving.
No. Something's definitely not right. So I jumped up off of his lap. I jumped. When I tell y'all I jumped off of his lap, I jumped up off his lap. Then my friend that was sitting on the floor, she looked up at me and she was like, what happened?
Okay.
Like, oh.
Okay, so the friend was on the floor. The niece was on the floor. Probably he had the chair like in the corner behind the bed. You know how you got the side of the bed and the chair is over in the corner, and the girl, the best friend, is sitting in the uncle's lap, and a friend is sitting on the floor in front of the bedpost watching the TV, so she can't see nothing behind her. Got it now. I got it. So she's on the floor. I read it wrong. She was on the floor, not in the bed.
Oh, nothing, nothing, nothing. So I went to sit on the floor with her. And so I remember myself scooting real close to her, and I sat on the floor and I was sitting next to her, and I was started watching the movie, and I'm like, in my mind, like I wanted to just run out of the house so fast, but I didn't want to cause a scene, I guess. I didn't want to, make people think something was wrong. And so I sat there and then I watched the movie. And as soon as the movie was over, when I tell y'all, as soon as the movie was over, I got up. I told her, I was like, oh, I got to go home. Mind you, well, I'm not going to say where we live because that'll probably be giving too much information. And other people that know me will probably know what I'm talking about. And I don't really want to put that all out there like that. So just know that I lived really close. So I jumped up and I went home right away. I went home. I remember going in my room and I remember closing the door, getting on the bed, and I started crying. And I'm crying hysterically, you guys, like I'm bawling, like I don't understand what just happened. And so many things that was going through my head, like, should I tell my mom? I don't know if I should tell my mom. I want to tell my mom, but then I guess, I don't know, y'all. I guess I didn't want to cause a scene. But here's the thing. I never, you guys, and when I say never, I never went inside of my friend's house again. And it's so crazy because as we used to be outside playing, she used to ask me to come in, and I would say I can't, or I would make up something like, oh, I can't come in, or or I just didn't want to come in. I wanted to stay outside and I wanted to play with all the rest of our friends, but I always made excuses why I didn't want to come in. And I could just only imagine if I was that type of little girl that brushed it off, or maybe, went back in when he was there. I can only imagine what he would have done to me. And it's so crazy, y'all. Kid you not. When I used to see him, when we used to be like playing outside or something, or we're sitting on her steps, and I remember he would come home, right? And on multiple occasions, you guys, oh my God, on multiple occasions, when he used to pass by me and I would look at him, he would go like, shh, right? Okay, guys, sorry, my camera died, but.
TikTok friendly language. I want y'all to drop a 1 in the comment if you know somebody like this, whether they are male or whether they are female, because this behavior comes on both sides. Drop a 1 in the comments if you know somebody like this. Are you fucking serious? Yes, somebody like the guy with that behavior. That is sickening. Do you ask me, ease me if I'm saying it correct? You asked me, do I know someone? I dealt with plenty of guys like him from what I used to do for a living. You said there's a profile that needs to be blocked. Who? Okay. Peanut took care of it. All right. Thank you, Peanut. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so every time I would see him, if I was like outside or whatever playing with my friend, he would shh or whatever and then go inside the house. And so, yeah, that's exactly what I did. I didn't say nothing to anybody. Um, but I was never in that situation again with this guy. I made sure that I never went back inside of her house and I ended it. But I feel like the thing that I didn't do that I should have done was tell my mom, because I don't know if he did that to anybody else's child. Um, so yeah, that's why I really feel like I should have said something, but I didn't. So I can't go back in time, but I try not to beat myself up about it. Well, actually, I don't beat myself up about it anymore because it's been so long, so it don't really affect me as much as it used to back then. Yeah, because now it's like it's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, you guys, that is the story time of when.
Okay. Now, I want y'all to listen. Uh, the guest box is open because we got another story to cover. If you were in a situation like this, or you find, if you had a daughter and she come to you and tell you something like this has happened to her, how would you deal with this as a parent? I already know how the father's going to deal with it. So, and the reason why I'm asking the mothers if this was your daughter is because, again, we get women on here all the time telling me great vibes. I told my mother, but mama didn't do anything. Mama went off on me. Mama started to call me a hoe. Mama started to call me out of my name because I told her what happened to me. How many times have we heard that? You say he probably touched more girls, all the niece's friends. Malaysia said, I will contact the authorities ASAP and definitely confront the adult with my husband. Okay. You know, one did anything at all, huh? You know what? Y'all know one did any. Okay, as a mother, I'm going to console my child and then deal with the problem in any way to protect. Again, again, again. Do y'all know how many women came on this platform and told me that when they addressed this situation to their mother, the mama didn't believe them. The mama didn't take action. Miss Life Changer said this happened to my daughter. Faith Love Coffee said it happened to my daughter and she didn't tell me. She did something that made me question her. No reason for a 9 or 10-year old to make that up. When I addressed the girl that did it to my kid, I found out she did it to multiple kids. My dad was not around when it happened to me. My mom and uncle beat that man and then called a got you. Once I found out the story, I notified the authorities, but my father and brothers paid him a visit. I told no one, listen, apparently. My mom got rid of my sister and stayed with my stepdad. Everyone left me. Well, again, what we know if this bags yourself all the way up. We say that we are fit parents, or we just telling ourselves that. What does it mean to be a fit parent? What does it mean to be an unfit parent? When we become a parent, we have to stop just worrying about our own selfish needs. I don't know how many times I got to echo this shit through this fucking microphone. Y'all have been victims of SA, and you move through life having kids, and again, it happens to your children. But most of us have one thing in common. An imbalance inside of the house. It don't start with the children, it starts with the parents. So when we sit here and talk about these new age kids, these kids is something new. We never seen anything like these kids. No. It's these new age parents. This new age parenting. And we wonder why our homes are open for attack. We wonder why everybody can put their hands inside of our home, including on our own children. But you would never know. Most parents don't even know their child got touched on until they sitting there on their dying bed. Or 30 or 40 years later, when a child get the courage to come out and say, hey, this what happened to me. But we call ourselves good parents. Queen Kimmy T said, no, sir, it's not the new age. It's been happening. All right, so I'm going to say what I said again. Again, when I hear people come on this channel and complain about their kids and say, great vibes, what should, I got this going on. These new kids, these new age kids, they're different. It's the new age mindset of these parents, not the kids. Kids don't automatically come out of the womb and be like, well, damn shit, I ain't gonna be like what happened back in the 18th century. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna act different this time. Charlie, no, you didn't. Exactly, it has been happening. Look at the Tyler Perry movies. Man, fuck Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is one of the reasons why our community is the way our community is. But that's a different topic, different day. I don't give a flying fucks about Tyler Perry. It's not to be disrespectful to you. I'm just saying in general. Do his movies be funny? Yes. The message of his movies? No. It's always putting the black man out to be the villain. That's why I don't support his movies or his shows. But I'm just one person. It's not like he's missing my money or missing my view. I'm just saying I don't support it. His stand-ups, his movies is based around putting a black man as the villain. Fake Love Coffee said, my daughter was 3 years old and it happened to her in preschool. Wow. Mama Vibe said, do you believe in generational curses, breaking generational curses? Do you know how you keep generational curses going? When you keep talking about it. If you keep talking about it, you keep that cycle going. You keep that energy rotating inside of your household, inside of your mind. That's what you're breathing inside of your home. That's what you call religion, passed down from generation into generation. At some point, we got to cut this shit off. How do you cut it off? Talk about it, learn from it, move on. No matter what it is. You don't keep talking and talking and talking and talking about stuff. This is why I don't support Black History Month. You said, but what if the parents won't take responsibility? Well, if the parents won't take responsibility, them parents need to be locked up for child neglect. That's just me. My mind is different. I don't care if you male or female. If you decide to lay down and have children, and you decide to keep these children, and you don't take accountability for what's going on inside your household that's breaking the mindset and the physical capacity of your children, your ass need to be locked up. Fuck all that detention shit. Your ass need to be locked the fuck up. You not deserving of a parent. You a low life and you a fucking scum. Let somebody else raise those kids. At that moment, you just an incubator and a sperm donor. That's it. Because you lay down and push out kids or skirts kids in somebody that doesn't make you a parent. You say I work in the field as a LMFT and work with adolescents, and the amount of trauma is there. Is there. The trauma is there. If you just listen to these kids, you will be fucking surprised what comes out of these kids' mouth, especially these middle school kids. Oh my fucking God. I used to work with the youth. And man, they have no problem telling you what's going on inside. They just be talking and you can overhear a conversation and you be like, well, damn. Mm. 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 Sorry, y'all. I'm just reading the comments. So right now, I've been live now for an hour and 30 minutes. I want to give shout outs to, let me give these shout outs real quick. Mama Vibe, thank you so much for the 10 roses. Again, for the Daily Heart Meat. Ice, Lee Leap, thank you so much for the Puff Hearts. You gave 35 of them. Very, very generous. Shandu, 9 Go Poplars. Riley Jane, again, thank you so much for the 3 cats. I think you're awesome. Roro, thank you so much for the daily heartbeat. Have y'all noticed my energy have shifted? I did it. I did that on purpose. Valerie, thank you again for the donuts. Tiff, thank you again for the daily heartbeat. Chrissy, I think I thank you for the big booty Corgi. Everybody on YouTube, thank you so much for your support. Um, we haven't even got halfway towards our daily goal. I mean the gift goal. I'm gonna give this about 3 more minutes. If I can't get more support on this channel, I'ma just end the live. Who the fuck threw that out there? No Nisa then. No Nisa then just throw a thick ass tree with leaves falling off. Now I gotta rake that shit up. Thank you so much for that. That was fucking beautiful. Did y'all see? Leaves was falling off. No, you good, Nancy. Great vibes. How you were able to shift your mood like that? Easy. Um, YouTube, thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for your time. If you can, please come over to TikTok. Please come over to TikTok, YouTube. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video.